Today, I'm gonna be reviewing the Normatec Elite leg sleeves by Hyperice. This is one of my favorite tools that I am using every single morning, and I've been doing it about 2 to 3 weeks after my ACL surgery. Just ordered these, they are so amazing, and it's gonna be one of my favorite recovery devices that I'm using in 2025. Having ACL surgery or having any kind of injury or just doing a hard workout, your knee is gonna be swollen, and if you're just training your legs, they're inflamed, they're beat up, and just having this Normatec Elite leg sleeves, they just give you that total lower body compression, an amazing feel. I'm gonna get into that in today's video, and I'm gonna share with you why this is one of my favorite tools to be using this year. So after you put on these leg sleeves, you're gonna hit the power button, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you this real quick, just to show you a few features. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the power button. As you can see, I didn't even take this little thing off, I just left it there. But it has 7 different zones, and it has 3 little buttons right here. So 7 zones here, or 7 levels is gonna be for the intensity. I just leave it on level 7. It also has these different times there as far as how long do you wanna use the device for. I always just have it 30 minutes. I ended up using it twice, but this just allows it to go through those full cycles. And then it also has these zones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Zone 1 starts to the ankle to foot, then it goes to the calf and the shin. For zone 2, your knee. Zone 3, your lower thigh. 4, upper thigh. And then it has a start button, and we're gonna use that in just a second. So I'm gonna take off my shoes. Now, I always recommend if you just finished a workout, please go ahead and change your socks and pants, even your underwear, whatever. So you don't wanna get these things all smelly and dirty. But I guess if you didn't, well, you should. And maybe if you're using these in a public gym, I would just use like a light little bit of like a cleaning spray and just go ahead and get the inside of these cleaned out. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll get like a really nice, like a degreaser, just like a little capful, and I'll dump like a little capful into a giant bottle of water, and that's just kind of like a nice little cleaning solution. And then you could just go ahead, or even just very light, some dish soap, light soapy water and a lot of water, and just with a little rag, you can just wipe out the inside, dry it off. But what I'm just gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna throw on these leg sleeves. Now, this little button, this apparatus is gonna go onto the opposite side. Now, I'm sure, I guess it doesn't matter if it's on the inside or outside, but I always just kind of have this thing onto the outside. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw this over my leg. I'm gonna zip this all the way down, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the other leg. Now, cool thing about this thing is that it is cordless. So you don't, well, I say cordless, it does use a cord to charge, but you don't have to keep it plugged up into the wall the whole time. So Arlie, you wanna come in here? And I'll get my legs over here. Here, you can poke your head out right there. Perfect. All right, so I'm zipping these all the way on, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the power button, and I'm gonna hold it, I'm gonna turn it on. These things work simultaneously, so I just showed you the levels and the zones. So after I turn it on, the default settings, 30 minutes, level 7, and then it has a zone boost. I don't worry about the zone boost, I just go ahead and hit the start button. And once they're both on, the cool thing, these things work simultaneously. So it just starts doing its magic. It starts with the feet, it works its way all the way up. So it starts by just giving a little bit of pressure inside the foot. It goes slowly, it deflates a little bit, so it's giving your body a little bit of time just to kind of adjust to it. And they're just working individually. So I'm sure there's a little technology built into this that it senses how much pressure it's using. And I can handle some pressure. I've done some foam rolling. If you're very unsure about it, that's why they give you the 7 levels. You can start with zone 1 and work your way up to zone 7. Now, this thing's gonna go for 30 minutes. Depending on what time you put on there, it's gonna go through its rotation. They do have an app. I'm not gonna even get into that because I'm a very minimalist person when it comes to just using this thing efficiently and getting started with my day. I don't have the app, but they have an app that you can use and adjust, and you can set what zones. So for example, if you want the feet to be a little bit lighter and you want the calves to be a little bit more firm, you can adjust all that. But it's just pretty simple, just using it standalone as is. You just go ahead and hit the button, set the intensity that you want, set the time, and then set the zone. Now the zone boost is that if you put it on zone 1, you'll get a little extra boost doing a little bit more squeezing and pressing into the foot. If you want a zone boost on zone 2, you'll get a little bit more onto the calf and the shin. I've tried it, and I barely noticed that much of a difference. I tried a few of the different zone boosts because I have it on level 7, so it's maxed out on the intensity. So I'd rather just let it do its thing and go ahead and go through the full ranges. But maybe you're a physical therapist, a PT, physiotherapist, and you're working with a client and maybe they have a sensitive thigh and you just want to go ahead and work certain areas where you can address that and you can turn off. Now you can't turn off the foot. That's the most important part because it starts with the feet. It works its way up. But you could turn off the upper thigh if you wanted to and just focus on the foot and the calf. So maybe there's a certain area you want to address. Maybe the ankle is insanely swollen or the calf, and which you would probably be using this device and you just want to focus on the thigh, so you can pick and kind of choose which area you want to focus on. But it slowly works its way up, and then as I've said, if you're a guy and you pull these things all the way up, I might have my legs a little bit wider because if I have my legs super close together, it's gonna squeeze your private parts. So keep your legs out a little bit wider. Sometimes I'll have my feet on a couple of pillows and I'm just elevating them onto a pillow lying on the couch. But I'm here in the morning, I'm on my phone, I'm either writing workouts or just drinking my collagen and greens, sitting in there. And this is the thing that I'm doing first thing in the morning for recovery. And especially like sometimes if I wake up in the morning, that's when I feel my knee is the most stiff, or maybe you just had a hard workout and you're coming back and you just finished a gym session. You can use these just to help with that blood flow and recovery and just help push fresh oxygenated blood into that body part. Really loving these leg sleeves. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's going to be my favorite recovery device of 2025 because they're so simple and easy to use. And at the filming of this video, I'm traveling to Germany, going on vacation. We're going to go to Austria for 3 days. I was supposed to snowboard, but smart me decided to tear my ACL. So I'm just going to be working out, doing my recovery, but I'm going to be using these first thing in the morning. I'm going to go to the gym, do my rehab, do my PT, do some workout, come back, shower, change, use these, then probably go to the sauna. I feel like I'm gonna come back stronger after my trip. But anywho, getting into these, now it's applying. So what it does a first layer. It squeezes the foot, goes into the thighs, it squeezes the legs, and as you can see here, it's fully inflated. So it's fully inflated and it's giving my foot a little bit of a break. So now it took out a little bit of the air in there, and then what it does is it's squeezing these other areas. And immediately when it does that, you'll get a little bit of a warming sensation. Fear not. When you feel that warming sensation, it's no big deal. It's just fresh blood flow coming into the leg, and it's just getting that circulation, getting that blood flow in there. And so that's what you're feeling, is you're feeling a warm little bit of blood flow going back into the leg. And so I'm gonna just get towards wrapping up with this. I mean, I could sit here and talk all day about this. It feels so good. You could try it out for yourself, but if you don't wanna buy it just yet, you could find a cryotherapy center or some sort of recovery center. They're popping up all around the nation. My first experience with this was actually at the Icebox here in Georgia. They had one in Peachtree Corners and in Cumming. I've been to both of them. They call it freeze and squeeze. You go do cryotherapy, you come out, they give you a nice tea, and you use these devices. So I was already using this for a little over a year and a half, and then after my surgery the second time, I was like, oh man, I just need my foot to be squeezed. And then the Black Friday deal and these Normatec Elite leg sleeves, cordless, I could travel with them. Probably not gonna be using them on the airplane, but I was like, oh, I gotta have them. So now I don't have to worry about these being plugged into the wall. But fear not, if they are about to die, or if they do die, you just go ahead and you get a cord, you can plug it in and you can charge it. Charging is super simple. You just have this little port, you plug the cable in there into each side, and then you go ahead and you just plug this into the wall, and then all of these lights are just going to light up. It's going to be beeping, or not beeping, but it's just going to be blinking, and it's going to be charging. And so you can use this device as it's charging, and it's also working still, using a device to help with your recovery. All right, so we're only 8 minutes into this thing, 7 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and hit the power off, turn this thing off. I guess I could go ahead and hit start, stop, then the power off. But I will just unzip these. These things will slowly deflate. Now, if you want to go ahead and put them in your little travel case or your little backpack, they do take a little bit. So after you undo it, I would just wait a little bit. They're still deflating a little, but you can go ahead and zip these all the way back up, and then you can hear it. It's going to take a moment, but I would just go ahead and let them deflate while they're still on. Let it run through its cycle, and then you can go ahead and take these off. It's going to take a little bit to go ahead and hold it, as you can see. Maybe not forever. probably like a couple of minutes, but you just gotta go ahead and get these to deflate so you can wrap them up. And as you can see right here, there's still a lot of air in there, so I can't fit these in the bag just yet. But these are gonna be an awesome little tool. I think they're a great gift. Sure, they're about $1,000, a little pricey. If you're not ready to pop for that just yet, you can go ahead and get the ones with the cords. Not a bad option. And you might even just have like a little recovery couch. When I was using these for the first time, they had, it's like the movie theater recliner seats, if you have access to those. You sit in this nice little recliner seat, you elevate your legs, you put on the sleeves, and it squeezes them. And even right now, just from this short little video, I can bend my knee and just, I'm not quite, little bit of pressure, not doing half pigeons on a massage table just yet, but I just feel like I can move a little bit more. I mean, I'm 30 days after surgery. I feel like I can bend my knee and jump, and that just shows that I'm healing, right? But that's also the bad thing, because you think you can do a lot. So I still got to be super careful. But my doctor said, because since I tore my knee, I tore almost all the cartilage off of the bone, and he said it was going to be a harder time. But I feel like since I've already gone through this once, and I'm doing it for a second time, I'm feeling so much better about my recovery process. And thank you to Hyperice and Normatec for coming up with these leg sleeves. I'm not sponsored by them. I do get a little small commission, so please, if you decide to get these, click that link down in the description. You can get these on Amazon. I do a little kickback, and it does help out the channel, so I can reinvest into the channel and make more cool videos. And ever since my journey on YouTube, I've just been pouring everything into it, reinvesting every single profit I've ever made off of anything and putting back into the channel, because I want to help you. I want to help my clients. I want to help those loved ones and people that I care about improve their mobility, improve their range of motion, and live a quality life. And using the Normatec leg sleeves, they're going to help you walk and move better throughout your day-to-day life. So thank you so much for checking out today's video. I really appreciate it. If you're brand new to the channel, hi. My name is Frank Wall. I'm a certified personal trainer and fitness nutrition coach. And on this channel, I'm going to help you feel, move, and look better through mobility, training, and nutrition. Share this video with a friend or family member, somebody that can benefit from this information, because I'd love to help people in your life move better and take control of their life to get in the best shape. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.
I keep on working, got purpose and worth. Music's my cure, and this world is my purse. Get rid of this curse with every verse. Of course I've been hurt, but some have been much worse. Leave me alone, get out of my head. Block out the opinions until I am dead. They all go to speak, but you listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on a flag. I sail this ship and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back, I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket I smash, I'm like a pack. I'm about to stack it like cash. It's gonna happen.